Assalamu alaikum, dear audience. This is Sanobar Sultan, and here you are watching another video on Sanobar's World. So today we're going to talk about how to attract the right kind of people in your life. Now, there are many of us out there who have been for a couple of years or are at the moment looking for the right kind of relationship and waiting for the right person to come along. So what exactly, is the method out there? And in terms of something that we can work on ourselves that can lead us to the right kind of people, especially in today's age when interaction is so much between the opposite genders, whether be at university level or at workplace or on the social media, and yet it is becoming increasingly difficult to find that kind of a sustainable relationship, that kind of a long-term relationship. So we will discuss a bit of that, and I'll give my 2 cents on that. So firstly, I would like to, because I'm talking about self-help and what exactly you can do to manifest that kind of energy. So there's something in the academic discourse known as the law of attraction. Now, the law of attraction is an age-old theory, philosophy, but it came into the mainstream for the mainstream audience in 2006 by a documentary and then a book titled The Secret, and then it was everywhere. It has sold millions of copies out there. So the book, the concept, the law of attraction, says that everything that we think is made up of energy, and energy attracts energy. So you manifest what you are or what you think out there. So if you have positive thoughts, you're going to attract positive energy. If you have negative thoughts, you're going to attract negative energy. So law of attraction says positive attracts positive and negative attracts negative. So the meaning or the consequence of that should be, what the takeaway should be, is that if you want to achieve something in your life, you should positively think about it and think that yes, it is achievable, it is something that I will achieve, and it's going to be made possible by the universe. But if you're going to be constantly thinking negatively, then you're going to attract negative energy in your life. So basically, I just want you to base your idea upon attracting the right of kind of people by understanding the premise of law of attraction, that what you seek out there, what you put out there for the universe is what you're going to get back. So let's start with that. Now, I'll give a little bit of pointers for how we can attract the right kind of people in our lives. Firstly, I would say that you have to be open to love, to the idea of love, or to the idea of having another person be part of your life. Now, if you've had a bad experience previously, or somebody close to you has had a bad experience or a series of bad experiences, so you need to differentiate that you're not them. You don't exactly know what happens between two people. What it is what you're just hearing. So you have to realize that you're not them, and you have your own experiences to experience. So let not be a prior bad experience with a specific individual or individuals pigeonhole you or force you to think that every other person is going to be like that, or every other person is going to treat you like that. So what is hate the sin is what they say, but not the person. So that's the first thing. You have to be mentally open and receptive to the idea of having another person in your life. So that's the first step. The second thing is this strange psychological factor that I've noticed, and I'm sure you have too, is that what you can't have is what you want more. And this specifically is very common among human interaction. Any person who is not giving us attention is the exact person we want attention from. So, for example, if there is for example, I'm a woman, so I'll say, okay, for example, I'm a woman, and if there's a woman who wants who wants attention from a man, and that man is not giving her attention, then that's the exact man she wants. Even though he doesn't want to give her attention, but that's the one she wants because she's not getting what she wants. So, stop going after people who do not want to be with you, who are not respecting your feelings. Because what you're doing is that when you are going after what you can't have, you are sidelining everything else that you can have. So, there's a lot out there. There are a lot of friendships that you can have, but you're choosing to go after a person, to be friends with him or her who doesn't want to be friends with you. So, you are pigeonholing yourself to an individual, whereas completely ignoring and being blindsided to a lot of wonderful people who would want to be part of your life, who would like you for who you are. So that is another thing. And the third thing is, you need to love yourself first. And you need to work on yourself to believe that the right person will love you for who you are. So, do not fall into the societal interpretation of what a woman should be, or what is expected for you if you are a man. So work on yourself means that work on your career. Do not sit at home thinking that, oh, the right kind of person is going to come and my entire goal is going to be based on when I achieve this particular person. Work on yourself, work on your goals, take care of yourself, take care of your health, and continue proceeding in life. And when the right kind of people are going to fall in place as you go along. So love yourself first. So, self-love comes important. When you love yourself, it's going to show out there. So why would anybody love you if you don't even love your own self? And of course, I'm not talking in terms of narcissism. I'm just talking in terms of that loving yourself means that you take care of yourself in that way. So that is another point. And the fourth point is that, for example, if you have, if you're getting to know somebody, so do not reward bad behavior. And this applies to all kinds of relationships. There are people, because of course people make mistakes. If you have certain boundaries and somebody is crossing those boundaries, so do not reward it by ignoring it. You have to, if somebody is behaving in an unacceptable manner, which is which is unacceptable to you, and maybe they don't know that, maybe they don't know this is unacceptable behavior to you, so you have to nip it in the bud, rather than thinking to yourself, oh my god, I better let this go, because I've developed feelings for this person or like this person's presence in my life, and if I point it out that I don't like this kind of behavior, they're probably going to leave me or something like that. But you have to understand that relationships are based on mutual respect and understanding. And if something is unacceptable behavior to you, I'm sure there are things that are unacceptable to them. So it's going to be a mutual thing. So you have to nip it in the bud. And let me assure you that by turning a blind side to somebody's bad behavior is going to put you in a bad light. Because if there is some kind of behavior that is unacceptable and the other person is doing that with you, so don't you think they know that they're doing wrong, or that they're crossing a certain societally acceptable norm? And they see that you're not responding. You're not saying this is bad behavior, or you're saying, okay, you can go ahead and walk all over me. So don't you think they realize that you're doing that? So once you nip it in the bud and you say in a polite manner that this is unacceptable behavior in our relationship, and that can be any kind of relationship, be it friendship or be it a romantic relationship. Now, romantic relationships, so you would probably have a lot of examples, but even, for example, in friendship, if somebody is crossing a line, and by crossing a line, I can think of multiple examples. For example, a friend who calls you at night, and that's you probably go to work in the morning and you can't talk at night. For example, a friend who always calls you at 10 o'clock and you're probably spending time with your family, and you're like, and you don't want to sound rude, but if it's unacceptable to you that your friend is calling you at 10 o'clock, so don't go along with it. You have to politely say that to your friend that it's not possible for me to talk at this time of the hour. So it's just courteous. That doesn't, you shouldn't think that, oh, this is going to ruin my friendship, because if that was the criteria of your friendship, then it's okay if it's not there. So if something is unacceptable behavior to you, do not reward it. Okay? And the ones who would want to be friends with you or would want to be in a kind of a relationship with you will stick to it, right? And the next point is have some self-respect. People respect those who respect themselves, and I think this is similar to the earlier point as well, and who value themselves. So treat others the way you want to be treated, first of all. So if you are the problem, for example, if you yourself are the problem and then you expect good behavior from everybody else, then of course then you yourself are the problem. But I'm talking in case if you are not the problem, if you treat everybody else good, so then you have the right to expect that kind of good behavior. So that's the thing. So respect yourself, and by respecting yourself is respect what your needs are, respect your take care of yourself and respect yourself. Where your respect is not being maintained, then you have the right to walk away from that conversation. Don't carry along just because it is society, it is because you think, oh, like I better get up from this conversation. For example, if you're sitting you're having lunch with a couple of people, and some people are passing very misogynistic remarks, and you're not that kind of a person, but so you don't have to sit through it thinking that, oh, I better seem, it's going to put up a bad behavior, it's going to put up a bad impression. If you don't like that kind of a conversation, you don't have to put yourself through it unless very necessary. So respect yourself. And lastly is the last point that I'm going to say is that stop worrying about the age factor, especially in terms of romantic relationships. So age is this constructed concept that existed especially in up till the early 21st century, that there's a certain age at which you can find love or you can build a relationship. In today's age, age numerically it does not really matter. You should work on yourself, and age is not the criteria for having friendship, age is not the criteria for finding love, but so do not worry about that, is what I'm going to say. So even if you have had bad experiences in your life, apply the law of attraction and seek out. There's good out there. If there's bad out there, there's good out there. So you have to attract good out there, and you have to delete everything that is bad out there, that puts a bad energy in your life. And that's the thing. Just be positive, give positivity to the universe, and hopefully, inshallah, you will attract positive. So thank you for watching my videos. If you like what I have to say, if you like this video, then do subscribe to my channel, and watch more videos on Sanoba's World, and I shall see you all soon. Bye bye.